Hello everyone, welcome to Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a fun, lighthearted comedy with one absolute horror of a mid-credit scene. It's kind of like watching The Incredibles and then having to watch a scene from The Purge. And we're going to break down what this scene means for Avengers 4 and a few of my theories about how the quantum realm will factor into Thanos' defeat. Before we get started, major spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp and Avengers Infinity War are ahead. So let's break this scene down. It begins with Hank and Janet Pym on the roof of a parking garage with a miniaturized quantum tunnel in the back of Louise's van. They're about to send Scott into the quantum realm to obtain quantum healing particles. Wow, they really do just put quantum in front of everything, don't they? And we cut to Scott in the quantum realm securing these healing particles. And this seems like part of the realm that we've seen before because earlier Hank pilots his ship through similar colors of clouds. But then, of course, Scott's return is interrupted by Thanos' snap. And we see that the Pym family just didn't quite make the cut. So now we know that when Avengers 4 starts, Scott will most likely still be trapped in the quantum realm. And this has huge implications for the MCU. The movie even drops a few clues along the way about what the heroes can do to undo Thanos' snap. First, let's review 6 facts we now know about the quantum realm. Number 1, the QR, you like that, QR, is a place that's subatomic, smaller even than atoms. And because atoms are the normal building blocks of matter and govern the rules of physics, when you get smaller than atoms...
What does that mean?
It means that you would enter a reality where all concepts of time and space become irrelevant.
And now we also know that number 2, a human can live in the quantum realm for at least 3 decades and not go insane. The Wasp aged normally but didn't have to eat, presumably for the same reason she was able to take off her helmet when there was no oxygen molecules for her to inhale. The laws of physics simply don't apply in the quantum realm. Number 3, Janet absorbed quantum energy for 30 years. She says in the movie that she's not the same person and her abilities are more like evolution. Essentially, she's become a battery of quantum energy, and now that Scott is trapped there, maybe he will be too. We first saw the QR in the first Ant-Man film, but the second time we saw it was actually in Doctor Strange. When the Ancient One sends Stephen's consciousness on an electric Kool-Aid acid test, one of the dimensions he sees is the quantum realm. So, number 4, the QR is not just an itty-bitty space between atoms, but a whole other plane of existence. Like the other weird dimensions shown in Doctor Strange, it has its own set of rules and peculiar energies. Remember, Strange's powers come from drawing energy from other dimensions, very similar to what Janet does to save Ghost. Number 5, Bill Foster says during his lecture that an object can be in and out of phase with, quote, multiple realities. This explains Ghost's abilities, but also reminds us that the quantum realm is a gateway to alternate planes of existence. Now look, alternate realities means one of 2 things. Either it's different Earths on parallel dimensions, like one where Tony Stark never became Iron Man or Hydra conquered the world, or alternate realities refers to the multiple dimensions we've glimpsed in Doctor Strange. And finally, number 6, Janet warns Scott not to, quote, get sucked into a time vortex because we won't be able to get you out. So we know that the quantum realm is a gateway not just to other realities, but also through the fabric of time. So what does all of this mean for Avengers 4? Well, there's one last clue that's not even in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I'm going to talk about leaked set photos from Avengers 4, so spoilers if you're trying to avoid those. Several leaked photos show MCU characters in the past, including a muzzled Loki, Thor with long hair, and Captain America at the Battle of New York, where he's standing beside Scott Lang dressed as Ant-Man. This has led a lot of people to think that Avengers 4 is a time travel movie. But now there's also the possibility that Scott has been sucked into a time vortex and is being quantum leaped to different points in the timeline. There's also rumors that Avengers 4 features a 5-year time jump. In March, actress Emma Furman tweeted that she had been cast as a teenage Cassie Lang, which supports the 5-year time jump theory. I think that Scott will escape the quantum realm with the help of Tony Stark. Tony is essential to Thanos' defeat. That's why Doctor Strange sacrificed the Time Stone to save his life. So maybe Scott phases in and out of time, eventually into the present where he'll tell Tony Stark about the quantum realm. The Russo brothers have hinted that a piece of technology shown in Civil War will play a big part in Avengers 4, and I think that's likely BARF, binarily augmented retroframing. BARF creates a holographic projection of one's memories, so maybe Tony could use it to see everything Scott learned while skipping through time. Or maybe Tony was already working on exploring the quantum realm. His father, Howard Stark, was an associate of Hank Pym's, and he was trying to duplicate Hank's research. Tony could dig up his dad's notes on Pym's tech and build his own quantum tunnel and then bond with Scott and save him the same way Janet was saved in this movie. But why is quantum energy so essential to defeating Thanos? Well, the Infinity Stones gives Thanos control over our reality, but not necessarily all of these other realities. In the first movie, Hank says that this technology could, quote,
This could change the texture of reality.
See, there was no reason to include the container of quantum healing particles in this mid-credits scene. As far as the audience is concerned, Janet healed Ghost during the film's climax. But now we learn that she needs steady injections of the stuff. I think this container will play a major factor in Avengers 4. It could potentially power whatever device Tony creates to defeat Thanos. Or Lang could also come back with quantum phase powers like the Wasp. Janet's abilities are kept vague, but we've seen she can ease Ghost's quantum fluctuations. So when someone starts to phase out of reality, she can bring them back. Hank even begins to phase through realities while in the quantum realm until Janet stabilizes him. What if Scott can do the opposite, phase people in and out of reality or even time? This could explain the time travel BTS photos. And maybe Tony invents a time machine powered by quantum energy, and they're on a mission to destroy the Infinity Stones before Thanos can find them, or to collect them for their own gauntlet. After all, Thor could commission his old friend Eitri to build a new Power Glove.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Some fans, me included, are a little wary of an Avengers time travel film. Time travel tends to screw up continuity.
Yeah.
If the Infinity Stones were destroyed at the Battle of New York, then the whole history of the MCU is rewritten and none of the films in Phase 2 and 3 have any meaning. But changing the past doesn't necessarily mean creating time paradoxes. In the Marvel Comics, when a character alters the past, they're simply creating an alternate reality. These could be the branches in time that Mordo hinted at in Doctor Strange.
Plural manipulations can create branches in time. Unstable dimensional openings. Spatial paradoxes. Time loops.
Or maybe there is no time travel and the BTS photos are of Scott capturing stones from alternate realities. Then maybe we'll get to see alternate universe versions of our heroes, like Captain America with a goatee or a dimension where Hawkeye matters.
We have shots fired!
Shots fired.
Well, anyways, those are my theories. What do you think? Be sure to comment and let me know. And hey, as long as you're here, you might as well subscribe and watch all of our other MCU theory videos. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.